This is what causes the blow off tops. This is what causes the fucking insane parabolas. So it's like, we have seen this before. Why don't we do a big ass dip from here? Why not? Because there's some other fucking Elon Musk waiting to buy at 1.5B? Maybe. Or maybe they'll just set a limit order and not pump the price and just buy dip. So maybe we'll get smaller dips. Maybe we won't get an 85% dump. Maybe we'll get a 75 or 65. Here's another thing people don't understand. Basically, I spend my life telling people shit that they have never heard of in their fucking life, that they never knew was even able to be understood. You know what the difference is between a stock that's down 80% and a stock that's down 90%? Let me check it. Losing an extra half your money. Stock goes down 80%. You got $20 left. $100 stock drops 80%. Congrats, you got $20 left. Only goes down another 10%. Only goes down from a negative 80 to a negative 90. No big deal, right? Nah, it's a big deal. Now you only got $10 instead of 20. You lost half your money again. But people don't realize this shit, because I got to teach these motherfuckers. I got to teach them how much better long is than short. I got to teach them what vaporware is. I got to teach them what promise coins are. I got to teach them about the ratio of how many people did hear about shit, but between how many are going to hear about it. And by the way, if you've never seen it, there's an episode of a television show by Mike Judge, who made a lot of great stuff. Silicon Valley is this one that I'm talking about, but he's also made Beavis and Butthead and Idiocracy and a lot of other really cool things. There's a scene in Silicon Valley where these guys have got their startup that does data compression, and they're talking about how to pay for their servers. And they're going to pay for their servers by getting some users. And they're going to get money from the users to pay for their servers. And the dude's looking at his phone, the VC, the venture capitalist guy that gave him some money to get equity ownership. And he's looking at his phone. He's like, whoa. Users? No users. And the founder, the tech guy that wrote the algorithm, did the data compression, he's like, what do you mean no users? And he explains it very clearly and very accurately and very realistic how it really works. And how it really works is, as soon as you get real users, everyone's going to realize that this is bullshit. But if you don't get any users, then you're the next big thing. You're the paradigm shift. You could be the next Apple. You could be the next this. And so you always want to have vaporware, because vaporware can't disappoint anyone. Vaporware always has the next big thing. OneCoin, that never even had a coin, had huge promises of, we're going to do this and we're going to do that, and one day you'll be able to sell it. One day there will be an exchange, and we're going to change everything. It's going to change the world. And it's all this hopium bullshit. And everyone buys this fucking hopium, and they don't sell because they think, well, the big thing's going to come. The big thing's going to come. The dreams, the hopium's going to come true. And then when you actually launch, and when you actually get a couple users and people realize that the projections are totally fucking wrong and there's no way they're going to get that many users at all, the price goes to shit. Because then people see, oh, well, fuck. There's none of these hopium shit was true at all. It's just like crypto. It's just like Bitcoin. Programmable money. Nope. Peer-to-peer digital cash. Nope. It's like $50 to send a fucking transaction. That ain't working. Throughput increases. Nope. It was on the roadmap. We're going to get a block size increase. It's on the roadmap. When I argued for smaller blocks, Blockstream had on the roadmap a block size increase. Because why wouldn't you? Everyone's computer's faster. Everyone's bandwidth is bigger. Why the fuck wouldn't you have a block size increase when everything else is increased? Nope. Didn't even get what was on the roadmap. Fuck yourselves. Sorry. And then they launch cloud mining. Haha. Good one. Good centralization, bro. And then all the good devs leave there. Greg Maxwell left. Peter Roulé left. Okay, so who's left over there? I don't even know. So, like, which one of these points was I talking about? I went through so many of these educational things.
We originally started talking about ADA and originally...
Yeah, it's just EOS again. You're buying EOS again. You're buying another high throughput ETH killer, of which there are 10 or 20 of them. And they all pump, and then they all go down.
Nothing
again.
will kill Ethereum in your mind? Ethereum
there's not enough new users to support all the ETH killers. You have fucking very limited new users. And people are just cycling their money from the next pump to the next pump. It's the same guys. You need actual new users. And you're not gonna, all right, let me share some more shit with you, man. because I like you. I like these interviews. I like your questions. I like doing interviews with you. People are like, why are you doing an interview with a guy with no views? Because I like doing interviews. Fuck you guys. You want me to do an interview with a guy with more views? Have the more view guys fucking message me.
Well,
So,
I say it goes back to you being non-discriminatory and just
yeah.
getting out there to help the people who want to be helped.
Yeah. So why did Ethereum top 42 days after Bitcoin in 2017? Because people's rotating. They're like, ah, shit, this Bitcoin's run out of steam. Where's the new hotness? Oh, this other thing. Okay, let's rotate into it. And then they rotated into Ethereum. And then what happened? People sold Bitcoin to buy Ethereum. Ethereum outpumped Bitcoin. But then the Bitcoin price kept coming down. So what happens is then as this is pulling down, then it pulls down the next one, and then it pulls down everything. It's because this is reflexivity. It's reflexivity on a lag. So you're getting a huge pump in Bitcoin, which then gives you a huge pump in the number 2, which is Ethereum, which then gives you a huge pump, in this case, all the ETH killers and DeFi and Hex and everything. But Hex is mostly decoupled. Like when ETH dumps, we don't dump. Like look on the charts. Hex is really decorrelated from the rest of the crypto market, particularly now that it's got USDC as its primary trading pair. So the majority of liquidity on Uniswap for Hex is the USDC pair, which means that when ETH dumps, Hex is less likely to dump with it because the people that were willing to pay this price are still willing to pay that price. But when you have ETH only liquidity, when ETH dumps, now the order book on the ETH pair, the people are only willing to pay less price now versus the dollar because ETH dumped versus the dollar, so their bids dumped versus the dollar, shit like that, and their sells went down with it. So basically, in a bear market, Bitcoin, or rather Hex, having its primary liquidity pair against USDC is massive advantage, because when everything else dumps with ETH or dumps with BTC, the thing that has only USDC pair as its backing doesn't dump with it. It requires people to actually sell Hex. So if all the liquidity is on ETH, then the Hex price is going to track with ETH. If ETH goes up, Hex is going to go up. If ETH goes down, Hex is going to go down. But when you have the majority of your liquidity in USDC, ETH moving around has a much, much, much smaller effect because the price of Hex is only people trading Hex. You know, like you still got like 1/3 maybe Ethereum price fluctuation in there. So like, it's also much easier to outcompete the dollar than it is to outcompete ETH because ETH went up 22x over the last year and the dollar went down. So would you rather compete against something that's going up 22x a year, or would you rather compete against something that's like going down, right? So it's an easier thing to compete against. It's better for the bear market. So, okay. That was how liquidity works. Oh, so I'm talking about cycling, musical chairs. So people get into Bitcoin. Okay, it stalls out. They get into ETH. Okay, it stalls out. They get into this third thing. And then these other two keep falling. And then it collapses and everything recompresses and everything goes to shit. So everything that has its primary trading pairs as Ethereum or Bitcoin will go to shit when Ethereum and Bitcoin go to shit. Because the same insane pumps that you got from $1 million comes into crypto, goes into Bitcoin. The guy feels rich. Got to diversify, okay? Takes his $1 million that he had in Bitcoin, sells half of $1 million for it for some other coins. What does that do? Hurts the Bitcoin price, pushes the other prices up. But it hurts the Bitcoin price only a little bit because it's a much more liquid market, but it pushes all the other markets up a lot higher because they're thinner markets. And the thinnest markets move up the most, which is why, like, if you want to buy Hex right now and you put in $1 million, you're moving the price up with just $1 million. You put in $1 million in Bitcoin, it ain't going nowhere. You put $1 million in Ethereum, it ain't going nowhere. But if you want to put $1 million in Hex, you're moving the price up. That's a feature. That's the maximum opportunity in any coin is when its liquidity was the lowest. Your maximum gains of Bitcoin was when liquidity was lowest. Your maximum gains of Facebook. Any coin, any equity, anything.
Sorry to interrupt, but as the Hex market cap grows, then that $1 million going there is going to have less of effect.
Nope, that's not how it works. The order book has nothing to do with the market cap. It's a common misconception. The order book is the order book. It's the only thing that matters. Oh, some more coins printed. Yeah, and? Did those coins meet the order book? No? Well, then they don't matter. What matters is the order book. So people willing to sell is what holds price down. People willing to buy is what holds price up. And the actual market cap has very little to do with it. Hey, Bitcoin's, if Satoshi's coins that he's never moved, his 1 million coins are sitting in the Bitcoin market cap. They're not for sale. So should they be counted as circulating supply? See? Did they affect the order book? What if they just disappeared? What if you burnt them? You know, you're like, well, they weren't on the order book to start with. So unless there's people out there like using them for some calculations to assign value, they don't really matter. So like what matters is the order book. The order book is what sets the prices and the people's behavior in the order book. So what you'll have is a person puts in $1 million. They now feel like they have 10 million, even though they actually don't, because there's going to be slippage, right? So, you know, you get fees, you get slippage, you get taxes and shit. So now he takes his 10 million, he puts 5 million into ETH, 2 million into alts, does that, hurts that price, helps those prices. And so what you have is you have Bitcoin down, ETH up. ETH is just going up because it's vastly superior, but even if it wasn't, it would just go up on its own because it's a thinner market and the number two. And then you've got, you know, ETH down and now other quote ETH killers up and stupid NFT retarded JPEGs and things. And then what's going to happen is these things will fall down enough to collapse the house of cards. And then everyone's like, oh, fuck, I don't want fake money anymore. I want real money. I want dollars. Give me the dollars. Give me the dollars. And then everyone that thought they were really rich on paper is selling like fuck, trying to get real dollars they can do shit with. And then they all get shaken out. They sell the bottom. And then it's time to go back up and do the cycle again from higher. And we've done this time and time and time again. So the impatient people, the people that buy tops and then sell bottoms, they give their money to the patient people that bought bottoms and sold tops. And it's in every market. It's in crypto. It's everywhere. The impatient pay the patient. So, and this is why I'm so bullish about Hex, is while everyone else is getting fucked tied to Bitcoin and ETH and a bear, you're like, well, we're ready for the bear. Like, come on. My gut feeling is that Hex will do fabulous in a bear. I might be wrong. Might suck dick in a bear. But my gut feeling is that it's going to overperform. And we've seen it overperform in bear market conditions. When everything else is dumping, Hex tends to go up. And I post about it. Pisses a lot of people off. Fuck you guys. You want to feel good when Hex is up and your shit's down? Buy Hex. You want to feel good when the green candles are green for us? Buy some. Then you can feel good too. You can feel good like we do.
Give us the price forecast then. So 1, 5, and 10 years.
I can't make forward-looking statements on Hex price.
I know, but I squeezed one out of you for Bitcoin.
I don't mind. Like, I'm not the founder of Bitcoin, you know, but I am the founder of Hex. I don't make forward-looking price statements. I can tell you it's possible. We can do a 10,000x. We could go up to $100. That people be like, no, the market cap will be too high. You'll be like, market cap is a made-up number, man. That the market cap is a vanity metric. If you think Bitcoin's worth $1 trillion, try and sell 100 billion of it and watch how much money you actually get. The market will collapse quicker than fuck. So if you think the market cap's $1 trillion and you're going to be able to sell 100 billion, you're not. That ain't how it works. It doesn't work that way in equities. It doesn't work that way in crypto. You actually have a lot less. So when this is a funny thing, like Michael Saylor brags about when he's finished buying. You're like, hey, Michael, pro tip. When you're finished buying, it means the price is likely to come down a bit because you're finished buying. If you wanted to fucking make the price go up, tell people you're going to buy, and then they might try and front run you, and then you can pay a higher price, but then the price is likely to go up. And I don't like this like decreasing smaller buys thing. That's not good. I don't like that Elon Musk is already in. Elon Musk being in means probably not getting in again, right? Like he's in. He got his allocation. Mr. Shark Tank guy, I don't remember his name, bought 3% of his portfolio and like Bitcoin and ETH. You're like, okay, cool. But now you're done buying, ain't you? Yeah. Okay, so that's bearish, not bullish. It was more bullish before you bought. It's bearish after you bought. It's bullish after you sold. It's bearish before you sold, right? Like people just get their timings backwards. So are there other Teslas that want to buy billions of Bitcoin? I sure hope so. I wouldn't mind the price going up forever.
Well, that was my next question.
But historically, it doesn't.
They're only one set of high rollers, if you will, who put in the money. If they start the next one or trigger next round of billionaires putting money in,
these guys are strong.
Someone's got
hands.
to go first.